Episode 3 Onset and Location. Let's learn how to ask a patient the onset and location of a complaint. We will pick up from the same complaint from Lesson 2, a tension-type headache. Listen to the following conversation. 您今天为什么来看我？我头疼。好，我明白。头痛是什么时候开始的？几个星期了。是慢慢开始的还是突然开始的？是慢慢开始的。头痛在哪里？在头的前面两边。Listen again. 您今天为什么来看我？我头疼。好，我明白。头痛是什么时候开始的？几个星期了。是慢慢开始的还是突然开始的？是慢慢开始的。头痛在哪里？在头的前面两边。Let's review. How do you formally say you? 您。How do you say why? 为什么？Say come. 来 Say see me. 看我 Say why did you come? 您为什么来 How do you say today? 今天 Say why did you come today? 您今天为什么来 Do you remember how to say I am Dr. Luo? 我是罗医生 How do you say I? 我 How do you say understand? 明白 Say I understand. 我明白 How do you introduce yourself as Dr. Zhang? 我是张医生 How about as Dr. Liu? 我是刘医生 Do you remember how to say head? 头 How do you say ache or pain? 疼 Now say headache. 头疼 There is another similar sounding word to tongue that also means ache or pain. Please listen. Tong. Notice the falling tone. Please repeat. Tong. Tong. Now say headache using this new word. Again, literally, head and ache. 头痛 头痛 To assess when the complaint began, the doctor asks, When did the headache begin? Please listen. 头痛是什么时候开始的? More slowly. 头痛是什么时候开始的? Listen one more time. 头痛是什么时候开始的? Listen to the phrase for time. 时候 Notice the rising tone, then the falling tone. Please repeat. 时候时候 Now here's the phrase for what. 什么 This is the same 什么 used in 为什么 you learned in episode 2. Please repeat. What? 什么什么 Now put them together to say what time. Please listen. 什么时候 Repeat what time. 什么时候什么时候 Here's the phrase for begin. 开始 Notice the level tone, then falling rising tone. Please repeat the word for begin. 开始开始 Now listen to the phrase 开始的 Notice the "的" word at the end. This is a structure particle used with 开始. Just memorize this pattern for now. Please repeat 开始的开始的 Now listen to the phrase when did it begin? 是什么时候开始的 More slowly. 是什么时候开始的 是 is the verb in the sentence, meaning to be. The subject is often implied in Mandarin if it is already mentioned previously. Listen again. 是什么时候开始的 Please repeat, when did it begin? 是什么时候开始的 Repeat. 是什么时候开始的 Now listen to the phrase specifically asking, when did the headache begin? 头痛是什么时候开始的 Please repeat. 头痛是什么时候开始的 One more time. 头痛是什么时候开始的 The patient responds, I've had it for several weeks. Please listen. 几个星期了 The phrase for week is 星期 Notice the level tone followed by another level tone. Please say week. 星期星期 The phrase for several is 几 Notice the falling rising tone. Please say several. 几 Repeat several. 几 Chinese uses measure words that go after the numbers of things. 个 is a common measure word. For example, several weeks is 几个星期 Say this, several weeks. 几个星期 Please repeat. 几个星期 To say, I have had it for several weeks, add le at the end to make it past tense. This has a neutral tone. The I, have had, and headache are all implied in this sentence. Say, I have had it for several weeks. 几个星期了 Repeat. 几个星期了 The doctor then asks, Did it begin gradually or suddenly? Please listen. 是慢慢开始的还是突然开始的 Listen again. 是慢慢开始的还是突然开始的 Here's the phrase for gradually. 慢慢的 Notice the falling tone followed by another falling tone and the particle de. Say gradually. 慢慢的 Please repeat. 慢慢的 Here's the phrase for suddenly. 突然的 Notice the level tone, then a rising tone, and then the particle de. Say suddenly. 突然的 Please repeat. 突然的 What was the phrase for begin? 开始. Please repeat. 开始. Now here's the phrase for begin gradually. 慢慢开始的. Notice the word order. 慢慢开始的. Say begin gradually. 慢慢开始的. Please repeat. 慢慢开始的. Now here's the phrase for begin suddenly. 突然开始的. Notice the word order. It's similar to the previous phrase. Say begin suddenly. 突然开始的. Please repeat. 突然开始的. Here's the phrase for or when used in a question. 还是. Notice the rising tone, then falling tone. 还是. Now say or. 还是. Please repeat. 还是. Now listen to the whole phrase. Did it begin gradually or suddenly? 是慢慢开始的还是突然开始的? Notice the 是 in the beginning of the sentence as the to be verb. Say, did it begin gradually or suddenly? 是慢慢开始的还是突然开始的? Please repeat. 是慢慢开始的还是突然开始的? Listen to how the patient responds. It began gradually. 是慢慢开始的. One more time. 是慢慢开始的. Notice how the word order is essentially the same between a question and a statement. Please say, it began gradually. 是慢慢开始的. Please repeat. 是慢慢开始的. To assess the location of a complaint, the doctor says, where on your head does it hurt? Please listen. 头痛在哪里? 头痛在哪里? The phrase for where is 哪里. Notice the falling rising tone, then another falling rising tone. Say where. 哪里? Please repeat. 哪里? The word 在 indicates a location, in this case meaning on, as in to be on. Say on. 在. Please repeat. 在. Again, listen to how to say, where on your head does it hurt? 头痛在哪里? Please repeat. 头痛在哪里? How do you say, where on your head does it hurt? 头痛在哪里? The patient responds saying, in the front on both sides of my head. Please listen. 在头的前面两边. 在头的前面两边. Now here the phrase for both sides is 两边. 边 is the word for side, using a high level tone. Please repeat. 边. 边. The word for both or two is 两 with a falling rising tone. Together say both sides. 两边. Please repeat both sides. 两边. Now here's the phrase for front is 前面. with a rising tone, then falling tone. Please say front. 前面. Please repeat. 前面. Listen again how to say in the front on both sides of my head. 在头的前面两边. Notice the location word 在, the word for 头, and the particle word 的. Repeat this phrase. 在头的前面两边. 在头的前面两边. One more time. 在头的前面两边. How does the doctor ask, where on your head does it hurt? 头痛在哪里? Do you remember how the patient would respond? In the front, on both sides of my head? 在头的前面两边. Now listen to the conversation from the beginning again. 您今天为什么来看我？我头疼。好，我明白。头痛是什么时候开始的？几个星期了。是慢慢开始的，还是突然开始的？是慢慢开始的。头痛在哪里？在头的前面两边. This is the end of episode 3. Nice job. Again, if you understood about 85% of this lesson, then go ahead to the next episode. Otherwise, feel free to repeat this lesson again.